Hi folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Dr. Eureka. It's a family game, 1 to 4 players, ages 8 and up, and the average play time is about 15 minutes. This is a dexterity-based puzzle game where basically you're trying to maneuver these balls in these test tubes in order to match what's on the current challenge card. The first player to do that gets to keep the challenge card as a point, and the first player to get 5 challenge cards wins the game. As far as your components, you've got an instruction manual here. It folds out. It's pretty simple. There are some variants in the back. You've got a lot of different test tubes here. You got 3 differently colored balls, purple, red, and green. Let's go ahead and show you what game setup looks like. Whenever you set up the game, each player gets 3 of these test tubes and 2 of each colored ball. So something like this. If I were playing solo, I'd get this. If I were playing 2 players, my other opponent would receive the exact same thing as this. So for the first play of the game and for every round of the game, you're going to flip a card over and you're going to try and be the first to complete that card. To do that, you're going to pick up a beaker and maybe another one and maybe try and maneuver some around. A red one needs to go here, so I need to get a purple one out of here if possible. So maybe I'll try and sneak one in here like this. Now, as a quick rule, if any of the balls happen to fall out of a test tube and onto the table, you are out for that round. So keep that in the back of your mind. You have to be careful. Now, just in thinking to myself, that was actually a bad move because I'm trying to get the green ones over here, and I don't know how to go about doing that because now I need to get a red one over there. So maybe I need to get the purple over there for the time being and then get a red over there. So maybe we'll do that. And again, this is sort of like a puzzle game. So now I'm going to try and put one of these red ones here. There we go. And then now I got to get the purple one over here in the middle so that I can clear the way for these 2 green ones to be stacked like so. All right, there you go. And you can also switch these around if you need to. There you go, like that. Or, let's say that I had done it in such a way to where the purple was on the bottom and the red was on the top. That's sort of like the opposite of what it's calling for here. You can flip this over to the other side like so, and that is a legal move. So that's red and purple, that works. So that is one of the other rules that you have to keep in the back of your mind. You can flip test tubes if you want to. Now, that's basically the gist of it. The first player to exactly match what's on the card scores this, and the first player to reach 5 wins the game. There are some variants, like in expert mode, for example. Oh, by the way, whenever a card has been won by somebody, the balls stay as they are wherever they happen to be. You don't reset them like you did at the beginning of the game. Anyway, the expert mode, you have to hold all 3 test tubes at the same time and try and pour balls into different test tubes while you're doing that. And you cannot put them down until you have the pattern. So that's pretty challenging. If you're playing solo, basically you're just trying to win by getting not win, but you're trying to complete the cards in as few moves as possible. There's another variant in the manual for more than 1 player, where whenever you see the card, instead of actually doing anything at first, you're just simply going to call out, okay, I'm going to do that in 5 moves. Players basically say a number, like sort of like name that tune. You know, I can do this in 4, or I can do this in 5, or I can do this in 6. And then players go ahead and proceed to, prove that they can do it in that many moves. And the player that can do it in the fewest moves, based on their claim, can win. Or can win that card, and the game will continue. So this is Dr. Eureka. You can find it on Amazon for about $20. Overall, it's a pretty fast dexterity game. If you're not someone that's really good with your hands, like me, you may have a little trouble with this because, again, if one of these balls falls out and hits the table, you're out for that round. So you got to be quick, you got to be accurate, and both quick and accurate with regards to dexterity and thinking. Because in your head, you've got to think, okay, well, I got to get that red one over here, but that green one needs to go here. So you're constantly trying to, in your head, visualize what you need to do to get this done. So yeah, Dr. Eureka, awesome game. Again, this was made by Blue Orange Games. If you guys want to see actual gameplay, let me know. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel and check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.